I want to thank all of you for being here, spending time. Okay, let me see if it. So we're it's gonna start right now. Oh yeah, we're on right now. Okay. Okay. Make sure everyone can hear me.
Next week I could be on the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Look nice. Look fine.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on live. I just checked the audio to make sure you can hear me. Maybe or not. There's always a 1 or 2 people that show up on the actual YouTube. So I'm gonna try to look out for that. But all right, guys. So welcome to the spiritual book study. Okay. Welcome to the Water Dragon. I have a few of my friends here as well. We're gonna dive in deep. The book Astral Projection is very deep. That's why I did not cover it last week because I don't want to just go through it and blah blah blah. I want to make sure I understand it, and if there's any research that needs to be done, we can just come up with it next week and figure it out from there. Right. So as you guys already know, I am the Water Dragon. That is my higher self, my soul self. I resonate with the element water. And my name is Melissa, also known as Melissa. All right, let's go right into it. Okay, so welcome back. Today is not Saturday. Today is Friday because I was supposed to follow up the following day. But the date's correct. 8/26/2022, part 2 of week 1 and 2 chapters, week 1 and 2 of Mind Magic by Kevin Fulton, and the Art and Practice of Astral Projection by Ophio. So last week we spoke on the biggest aspects last week were discipline, about being disciplined, shielding, and meditation. So we're going to learn about the different bodies. So the word bodies are in quotation because it's used loosely, because the only body there is right now is your physical body, but you have many aspects to your body. In the different slides, I get into the astral body, the etherical body, and many other layers. Right now, I don't have the slides up, so I can't see them. So different bodies. Everyone here should understand we are more than our physical bodies. Learning the different layers of bodies and how they work in the astral projection. Shielding, spiritual protection against all negative energies and staying in high vibrations. So spiritual protection against negative energies is very important because I myself know I've been, attacked spiritually. And so therefore you have to put shield. The shield can be the Merkaba. On this week, I don't get in as in depth into the shielding as I should with you guys, but you can use something called the Merkaba. I don't know if any of you guys heard of a Merkaba. But the Merkaba is like a star, a 3-dimensional star that we all have around us that can protect us. Or you can imagine a white light shield all around you, or whatever resonates the most. You could just use dragons if you feel comfortable with dragons. You could use angels, deities, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with for your spiritual protection. That's one of the first things you should do before you jump into anything spiritual, is have some form of protection and cleansing. Next is meditation. Meditation is the very fundamentals of spirituality, growing and cultivating the world from within inside. because I'm going to tell you guys, you know, I have moments when I'm at work and I am ascending. So I'm literally learning the physical realm doesn't exist. So I had moments where my higher self says, are you ready to see it doesn't exist? And I've seen where I'm literally, I had the understanding that all of it was an illusion. And I stopped it because I wasn't ready myself. But that's a different story. But meditation makes it where you are cultivating the inner world. The inner world has to be strong so that so we can let go divinely the physical realm, so we can manipulate our environment, so we're not constantly falling to victim. And anyway, well, let's continue. Okay, the objectives is very much the same overall. These are like overall objectives. Learn what is ascension and how to ascend, to know and understand we exist beyond the physical form, learn who we really are, and knowing how to create from that point of existence. Knowing how to create life, the life we want, the laws of attractions as the pure consciousness we are. Because I get into how we're pure consciousness observing self in a physical realm. Like I said, I was not ready when my higher self approached me. Are you ready to break away from this illusion at this time? I was at work and I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm not ready yet. So, but I'm very much accepting of it and continuing to learn, as we all are. Learning how to meditate and different techniques. Today we get into what they call japa meditation. Japa meditation is good for people who don't know how to meditate. Learning about mantras and different types of mantras, or the power of sound, which is also another way of meditation, which helps beginners to learn how to meditate. Learning how to be in the present moment. Right? Being in the present moment is the whole purpose of meditation. Being in the present. Don't worrying about the past, any other existence but the now, because there's only the now, the rest is an illusion. Okay? Learning to create within intention and attention. Okay, next one, learn the different layers of bodies that human bodies hold. And like I said, the term bodies is used loosely, because essentially the only fixed body is the physical body, because as you tap inside through meditation, you realize you have many different layers of quote unquote bodies, astral aura. So learn the secret to astral projection, learn different techniques of astral projection, learn the difference between the soul and the spirit to the best of our knowledge, because that's very hard. Okay, this is my little intro. Ascension is the goal of this lifetime for those who are spiritually awakened. So we need to come to the understanding and knowing we don't exist, yet we are very real. Yes, we are real, yet the physical form is an illusion. Does that all make sense to you guys? Or does it sound crazy to say what I just said? Do you understand where I'm coming from when I say that?
Yeah.
What, that we're all an illusion?
Yes.
It's like the Matrix?
Yes.
Reality doesn't exist, and
Okay.
it only exists because you're there to view it.
Yes. Because we're observers.
Exactly. It wouldn't be there to be observed if there's no observer. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing that exists is our awareness, our consciousness. Expanding our perception of consciousness is ascension. Expanding our consciousness of our perception of consciousness is ascension. We need to expand our awareness beyond just this narrow view of our physical existence.
Time to evolve.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my friend over here.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Participate, because I don't want to just be
The
this is
one
good
only
stuff.
that's talking, right?
Yeah. Christina, don't act like you shy. She's not shy. So
No, I mean, I have my moments, but no. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, me
And
too.
like, I mean, I'm not a Miss Know-It-All. Some of it, if you know something, tell me, you know, it's because this is broadcast for everyone. It's so that make sure you guys can hear me out there. It's yeah, it's fine. Okay. It's so like that we can all have our own little community, so we can you know, because this material can't be presented to everyone. You have to
Yeah.
vibrate on that level. So if you guys are understanding it, that means you're one of the chosen ones. I keep telling you guys, you're special, you're chosen, you're here to do bigger things. You're here to expand and know that, you know, I'm not here to, not everyone you could tell them, hey, you don't exist, but you're real. It won't make sense.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
So
You know, like, I mean, I'll say this because I'll speak for myself. I can honestly say, like, all this stuff I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning. It's very new to me. I can say, like, what was it? Back in 2020 is when I really started to, like, when I was introduced to, like, the spirituality, you know what I'm saying, part of it. And initially it was like, because I was dating some guy, we're not gonna go all into this, but I was dating some guy and he was really
there were
into,
nothing that you don't want people to know about, girl.
oh yeah, you're right. But you know, I was dating this guy and he introduced me into crystals, you know, so that's kind of like where my journey started. But I was gonna ask, like, for me and where I'm at right now, because I'm still in the learning stages, you know, so, and it's
We
almost
all
like,
are.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm relatively still learning and figuring this stuff out. And I know me is I'm the type of person where I'm all or nothing. And one of the struggles that I have is always achieving balance in everything that I do. And when I say that, I'm saying, like, I can see it being a challenge for me to strike a balance when the more you get into the spiritual stuff, is like, why still keep in mind that, you know, you're still living on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a balance.
That's where
It's just like,
meditation comes in. That's what spirit keeps telling me.
okay.
You have to meditate. Meditation makes it so you understand that you exist in both realms. I mean, I have channelings on my channel where I tapped into a very high dimensional areas, 15th dimensional channeling, saying that we do exist. No, but that we don't exist, yet we are real. So no, we're not saying like psychopaths, we're not saying we're crazy. But what makes a balance of that is meditation. What makes a balance of that is doing your own research, taking your time, challenging yourself to the meditation. So one of the things that comes with spirituality is discipline. So meditation, discipline, and focus. And we've done a couple sessions. So, you know what you have to do with the crystals, what crystals work for you best. Because there's another thing is everyone's spiritual journey is very individual, because everyone is very individual. We're all very different. So I think it's about making time for your spiritual purpose if you want to go that route. And still holding a healthy balance.
Yeah.
And what kind of grounds you. So like going out in nature grounds you in meditation, if and when possible. Staying hydrated. I know those are like, oh, but that's just health. In spirituality, that balance matters when you're hydrated, because one of the things that when I channeled spirit says that spirit lives in water, and essentially you are a spirit yourself in many ways. So when you drink water, you're letting the energy that's in your vessel flow easily. When you eat healthier, you're less dense, you know. So it's like, it's a whole thing. It's a holistic approach to spirituality, if that makes sense.
No, that does, because I'm just like, I know how I am especially when I know how I am when I see something new, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is, with me going into the whole spirituality, I'm not, I know that, I'll put it like this. I don't want to be in the 15th dimension 24/7. Like, I also have to realize that I'm on Earth. You know
Well,
what
of
I'm saying?
course,
And
of course.
balancing that. And I know that as I'm getting into this, I'm like, whoa, like, I'm like all spiritual, talk, everything, to the point where people just looking at me side-eyeing me.
But that's
like,
the thing. That's why it's a paradigm. It's a community. That's why it's a community, because you understand certain things, and there's no coming back. Once you understand certain things, the everyday conversation about the news and the weather, especially if you know the news is fake, that this is that, you understand certain things, you can't come back from it. Like when I channeled the 15th dimension, I know I'm not in the 15th dimension. I'm right here in the 3rd dimension, dealing with 3rd dimensional things.
yeah.
Trust me, I know I'm dealing with 3rd dimensional things, but I also understand that I'm etherical and I exist beyond this density. And like I said, I was at work and my higher self literally wanted to remove me from the understanding I was in 3rd density, to expand my consciousness, to show me that, hey, by the way, you could do this and this and this. And I was like, first of all, I'm at work. That's where that whole balance comes in. You could tell your higher self, I'm at work right now. And later on, they'll tell me, oh, it was a test, Melissa. Were you ready at that moment to expand? And I was like, no, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, that's exactly what I'm saying, because I will say this. I remember when one time, I remember this, I was just busy typing and stuff like that. And then it's like, I heard something, it's time to connect. I want you to connect. I want you to connect. I'm like, hold up, I'm in the middle of a project. What you talking about? What you talking about? Connect.
But see, that's why you have to set a time though. You could tell, yes, we can connect. This is the time. And trust me, they know time. For them, time is an illusion, right? We in 3rd density, so we're like, time not illusion, because if I don't get to work at 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm gonna get fired, right? But they are in a different awareness. But if you tell them, hey, come at this time exactly, they will be there. You know what I mean? Whatever's, always use your discernment to make sure whatever's telling you this is, you're actually, it's something safe and something you resonate with. You have to use your heart discernment and how it feels. That's the whole point of spirituality, is intuition. And once you've covered all of that, you always shield yourself, it's a whole process. And then you can connect. Once you're finishing your work, you don't just stop what you're doing because you hear something say, do this, then we're no different than like a psychopath,
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like,
no, we're not trying to be crazy here. You have a little common sense.
Yeah, like I was talking to myself. Well, I always talk to myself. I said, listen, no disrespect, but it's gonna have to wait until I get off of work, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
They'll respect that, and they will respect that. You just tell them when, so they, when they'll come back. So some of us is more advanced in our journey. I don't want to say advanced, or just say some of us
are further along.
Yeah, further along rather, because everyone's journey is different. You cannot compare. I can never compare somebody that's doing years of you know, spirituality. That's why I'm doing a book study, because I want to know more. I was reading astral projection. I realized I didn't know a lot. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so ascension. The only thing that exists is our awareness. Thank you, Christina, for interacting. Thank you, Ebony, for being here. Our consciousness. Thank you. No, I'm acknowledging. I know that you're listening, so thank you.
Yeah.
Our consciousness expanding, our perception of consciousness is ascension. So expanding consciousness is ascension. Knowing we don't exist only physically makes it so we can manipulate our physical reality like clay. That's the whole point of ascension. Like, they were expanding my consciousness to let me know that I can move and manifest a house, anything I want. We literally are a consciousness beyond our physical form. We have to know that we can do whatever we want within reason, of course. You can never fall victim to your life circumstances. Remember that you chose to reincarnate. You chose the gender, the race, and the parents. I know every time I say people that, they're like, hell no.
Why would I do
like,
that?
Right?
Yeah.
But it's because of the soul's lesson. The soul is greater than this. This is just a game. That's why you have to like play the game from a different perspective. It's like an avatar. You picked an avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the soul. You picked the avatar. You said, I'm gonna be a girl. I'm gonna be black. I'm gonna have these shady parents. I'm living in the hood. I'm just being funny, but you know what I mean?
I came back. I chose to be a fucking. Excuse me.
Hey.
And they have my parents. My bad. YouTube.
It is what it is, girl. That
But
means you a strong soul. What happened?
Yeah. I was probably cocky too.
Yeah, you got this. So you say you're gonna do this, and be this.
Yo, I had that. I had that revelation because I was just like, it's like a different beast when you get here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like before you reincarnate into Earth, you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, this, throw this in the contract. I got this. I'm gonna go ahead and just like, you know what I'm saying, ace everything. And then when you get here, it's like a different ball game. It's like, what the fuck did I just, excuse my French, but it's just like, what the hell did I just get myself into? And it's like, this isn't easy as I thought it would be once you're in, limited 3D.
That's why you can't fall victim to your own choices. How you said you wanted to do this. You said you wanted to be that. Yeah. And believe it or not, even the people that cause you problems in your life, your so-called worst enemies, are here to teach you lessons because you guys agreed on a higher perspective. Hey, this is the problems I need to grow. And I know that sounds crazy because you're like, I hate that bitch. How's she here to teach me to grow? But she is.
Okay, isn't it a part of karma though too, from your past life, the lessons that you have to learn, like? Because I feel like I'm going through karma, like the things.
Well, you and I never finished our session, so I
have to finish it.
Yeah, we got to go through that. Certain things can be karma. Karma, from my understanding, what Spirit says, is not exactly how people perceive it.
Okay.
Because it's just energy, really, essentially. It's because there's good and bad karma. So I could do good for you this lifetime, and then next lifetime you'd be like, well, she did good for me this lifetime. Let's balance out that energy and let me do good for you this lifetime. For instance, let's say you were my daughter and you had some sort of medical condition, and in this lifetime I'm taking care of you. And next lifetime, maybe I come in as your daughter and you take care of me. It's all balance. And then, yes, there's shady karmic things that happen where I wouldn't call it shady, like, because you know the term
It
shady.
feels shady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 3D experience, let's call it what it is. It's shady, like, you know, but from an ascended place, it's just like, this is for your growth, but
It's just
we're down here,
polarities.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Why am I going through this?
You know?
Exactly.
I
You know,
have this
I mean,
one,
go ahead.
I was going to say real quickly, I have this one book, uh, well, it's by Jan Spiller. And she's really big on astrology, and she breaks down like your whole astrological birth chart. And the reason why I bought that book was because I wanted to get an understanding. Like once you understand like the birth chart and the breakdown
Yes.
of it, is just like, you know, it's just like shit, you know, the weaknesses, you know, your strengths and everything. But what I wanted to touch on was, as soon as I got that book and I knew somebody's birth date, I would put it in. And the book breaks down what gifts that person that's in your life, what they bring to you. So basically what you're supposed to learn. So in other words, like a real breakdown that they said was, usually somebody who has like what is it? If somebody has their moon sign and it's the same as your north node, use me as an example. So if my north node is Cancer, and if somebody's in my life who has a moon sign in Cancer, that's positive karma. So they coming into my life to show me maybe how to educate myself or expand my business. And it could be like through a working environment. So they're going to show me like how to bring awareness to my business, how to uh, network with people, right? And then I realized that usually sun and south nodal placements are very karmic, negative karmic in nature. So it's a flip side of the north node. But I know, well, yeah, flip side of the north node. So if I use the same example and say, okay, my south node is in Cancer, and I happen to meet somebody who's a Cancer sun sign, they bring lessons, but harsh, difficult lessons that force growth. Whereas somebody who's in my north node brings me easy lessons. So if they're both karmic in nature, but one is like easy and the other one is just like, you know, you about to go for a ride up in this bitch. Excuse my French, but stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, so I've taken interest in the astrological part because it helps me fill in the gaps. You know what I'm saying?
That's very, very important. If you can do that, if you stay on that, astrology is very, very important. I learned a lot about my astrology. I'm a very Scorpion. My ascendant is in Scorpion. My Saturn is in Scorpion. My Venus is in Scorpion. So what that all means is like, okay, so Mars is masculine and it means how you do things. Venus is how you love. The sun, my sun is in Scorpion. So the sun sign means is how you physically present yourself to people. And your ascendant sign is what you're here to like transform into. So I'm here to transform into a Scorpio. I don't know if you guys know any of your moon. Do you know your moon sign, Christina?
I'm an Aquarius. My moon sign.
Do you know your sun sign?
I'm an Aries.
Ooh, okay.
I'm a Cancer sun.
Oh, you're a Cancer sun? Oh, Ebony.
Sagittarius moon.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what about your Mars? Mars is determined how you do things.
I think it's Gemini. It's either Gemini or Pisces.
That's good. That's good. What about you, Christina? Do you know?
My Mars?
Yeah, how do you do things? Your Mars.
My Mars, I'm a Libra, which makes sense because the majority of my chart is Libra.
Wow.
So it's just like I'm always about balance, but that Aries is don't get me fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I don't want to
Oh,
edit.
sorry. My bad. No more cussing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
my bad. I
I
got
feel you. I feel you. No, I feel you though. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So that's good that you guys are on the astrology. That's what's up. That's good. That's good. So yeah, let's go through this. Okay. So you can never be victim of your life circumstances. And last week I mentioned some really harsh life circumstances that people would probably punch me in the face to say that they chose certain things like that. So I'm, like I said, this is not for everyone, and it takes a lot of research. It took me a lot of years to come to understanding that and accepting it myself. It's a lot of research. So remember that you chose to reincarnate, you chose the gender, the race, and the parents. This was just a quick reminder. Meditation and establishing presence is the key to that true realization. So once you can tap in and cultivate the inner world, once you're so deep in that you understand that you're just the present consciousness observing self, the physical realm, like they were trying to show me, is just like clay. You really begin to realize literally why you can literally change this in your life, change that in your life, because you have meditated to the state of presence. That's why meditation is key. Discipline is key. Okay, let's move on. Okay, recap of week 1, chapter 1. What is mind magic? Meditation, the foundation of mind magic. The definition, this is the author's definition. Practice of relaxing the body, stilling the mind and senses, then focusing your awareness inward into silence. In general, meditation is practiced to create a mode of consciousness which leads to the realization of some benefits, be it physical, mental, or spiritual. There are health benefits associated with the regular practice of meditation, such as reduction in tension, stress, anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, and pain. The other day I read that and I was like, damn, I mean, because I'm a nurse, so I was thinking maybe my patients should just meditate, get off of these medications.
Yeah.
Drink some water, get some sun, and just rewire their whole genetics. Okay. It is an easy way to experience and establish presence and a method of cultivating attention. This allows you to plant the seeds of your intentions in fertile soil. Meditation is a solid foundation upon which to build an effective mind magic practice, a pyramid of mind magic power, a complete structure of model and technique that produces successful and consistent results, by Kevin Fulton. So he gets into japa meditation. Japa meditation is a type of meditation. Okay. What is japa meditation? The definition is a simple technique that involves the repetition. Anyone has heard of japa meditation, by the way?
No.
Okay. Japa meditation is a simple technique that involves the repetition of a mantra out loud or internally. This can be done seated and still or in conjunction with other yoga and meditation techniques. So, example, Om, Ah, sound. An example of a classic mantra from Tibet is Om Mani Padme Om. I don't know, you guys ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, yes, I have. I tried the
have.
Om one before, but I didn't know what it was called. Like,
Yes.
you know, I just tried it because I was watching a video that said it was good for you, that it helped you out with the meditation.
Yes, yes. And so the Om Mani Padme Om is a Tibetan mantra and it often translated to mean praise the jewel in the lotus. Okay. So what usually people use to do japa meditation are what they call mala beads. These are mala beads. And whenever I see mala beads, because I grew up Catholic, it reminds me of rosary beads because they're used the same way. So, okay, so how do you perform a japa? Use the thumb and the middle finger on your right hand to move the beads of your mala. Pronounce your mantra or affirmation distinctly and clearly. While performing japa meditation, the eyes should be closed completely. You should complete a round of 108 times counting the beads. It should be short enough to be repeated in a single breath. So you would just hold the beads between your thumb and your middle finger, and so Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme.
Oh wow, you're good.
Well, I've never done it.
Oh.
No, I don't do japa meditation. I do silence.
Okay.
All the noise is distraction for me. Everybody's different. So I'm just teaching a form of meditation that works for me, because when I'm meditating, I channel. It's best that I just listen and feel, and it's different. Everyone's different. But this might, may work for other people, and they said the whole point of this is to fall into trance. So like I'm channeling now they're clarifying what they could tell me about it to make it so that you can understand that in doing this, you would be in a trance. You could fall into your own trance and manifest within that trance your intention with every bead. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Is channeling, is that the same as being a medium or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a clear channel too. Not because not everyone's a clear channel. That's what Spirit explained to me. But you guys, like I said, you guys are powerful. So I'm not gonna get into it with you. You guys are very individual, but you guys are clear channels. And I know that if you wanted to become one, you can do it too. You guys are leaders. We're all here because we're learning from each other. No one here is better or lesser or anything. I just been, like I said, I've been doing this for like 8 years, just looking up things and trying to find things and trying to understand how could I exist and not exist and be born again and all this stuff I'm trying to understand, you know what I mean? So I've come to a lot of revelations and understanding, and it's a whole process. So did you guys understand that? Did I make sense?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You do.
So I'm gonna show you a japa meditation. So what she has in her hands are japa beads. Okay. Oh no, mala beads. I'm sorry. They're called mala beads.
Mala beads.
Japa is the type of meditation. So this is a little tricky. I might have to edit this part out because this is not my YouTube demonstration. I'm going to show you. That's why I put who they're from. They're called Hoofprint Media, and but I'm using Hoofprint Media because they show a very profound example as to how to use the japa. So the next slide is going to be a 4-minute video. Are you guys down?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah. Damn it.
I don't really hear anything.
Can you hear it?
I don't hear nothing.
No?
I just hear music.
Hold on. Maybe this wasn't a good one. Can you see it?
I can see it. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see something. I don't know. You guys mute yourselves for a minute. You have to mute yourselves. All right. I'm gonna press play. Can you hear it better now or no? You can unmute.
I don't hear anything.
You don't? Maybe, let me have to
No.
mute myself. Let me mute myself. Okay, let's all mute ourselves.
Okay.
Did you hear it then?
No.
No? Is Christina there or did she leave?
Yeah, she left.
Okay, okay. She might have left by mistake. Okay, let me, there you go, Christina. I can see you. All right, let me, okay, so this is the original video. Can you hear it now?
I could watch it and read the caption.
Okay. Hopefully you guys, I'll send you the video. I'll send you guys all the video. Not this whole recording, just that specific video. Because it's pretty good. I think I felt it was relevant because it's only 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes, and it did get into how to use it, and very simple to the point on how to use it. So there you go. Let's see. Let's get back. Okay, so let's get straight into let's get straight into hold on, let me move this out the way because I can't see. Okay, so chapter 2, I shouldn't say chapter 2 because it's still chapter 1. It's chapter 1, week 2. What is mind magic? Okay, so this goes into meditation as well. So this is presence, attention, and intention. So presence is passive, the now. That's the very basics in meditation, the state of facts of existing. So I did like, how would they define it? The state or fact of existing, occurring. The example for that is you may simply enjoy the presence of pure being. So that's just that's the whole surface of meditation. So now if you want to use meditation for magic, for different things, for different reasons, now you start having to pay attention now. While you're present, you're paying attention. So that's active. So then you're concentrating on a discrete aspect of awareness. An example of that is focusing your awareness on your intention while experiencing the state of presence. Be very clear about what your deeply felt desires. So you fall into presence, however long that take, or however weeks that may take for you to actually be able to be present. And not get lost in your thoughts, because meditation people like to get lost in their thoughts, and that took some time.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, girl.
I know how it is, girl, because I one time I was meditating and I literally was thinking about my car note. I stopped and paid the car note.
Yeah, that's shoot. That's
let me pay this bill
me.
real quick while I'm meditating. So yes, so it's like not engaging with the thoughts, but you're not stopping the thoughts either, because then that's a hindrance. What you want to do is just let those thoughts go. Like, you're just the observer. Remember, you're trying to get to the point of observation, of presence. So all the thoughts, those aren't you. Your thinking is not really you. Your mind, that's why in the very beginning I say, you are not your mind and you are not your body, because you don't exist. You are simply the observer. So your thoughts are connected to the mind, because the thoughts program your mind. So in order to deprogram the mind, you have to fall into a deep meditation into the present. So you can know that I'm only the observer. So now the present is passive, so attention. So now you're paying attention to the presence, right? So now that's the active. Now you're paying attention to your awareness rather. So once you hit the presence, you're going to pay attention to your awareness, right? Then focusing your awareness in your intentions. So what are your intentions for your awareness? Okay. So intention is active. Example, deliberate focus around your purpose, then you will find them manifesting with effortless ease. So basically, for the most part, we let our thoughts control our actions. We let our thoughts tell us to do this, to do that. So what meditation does, like I said, it's the fundamentals to spirituality. It gives you a level of control in your life, because you literally understand that all you are is the observer. You are observing. You do not exist.
So I have a question.
Hopefully I have an answer.
Okay. So I'm going to try to make this as simple. So when I'll put it like this, when I meditate, it's not the same experience every single time I meditate. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'll give you an example. So there'll be, but I haven't been able to go beyond like 30 minutes. Right now, that's like my max. I look to, to try to go beyond that. But right now, your girl can do 30 minutes. So, and it's not even every day. I'm just being real. But my question to you is, one time I can meditate, and let's say if I'm meditating, I'm being intentional in that there's an answer that I need. So I'll ask a question, and in my meditation, I'll get a response. That's one example. Another
that's channeling.
Oh, okay. I don't know who be talking to me, girl, but I'm like, okay. So then
you say when you're in the meditation, you ask a question and you get a response, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how does it sound like? Is it because everybody hears, I don't hear spirit. I just know. I can't explain it. I just know. Some people hear spirit.
Boom. So that's what it is. It's just like a knowing. It's just like, okay, it's literally like a download, and poof, I know, all of a sudden I know. So that's like one experience.
Like, of course, I get it. Of course. Okay, go ahead.
The second experience I'll have is I'll literally, I'll just say it, a being will come to me and start talking to me. In
your meditations.
In my meditation, girl. And I'll literally hear, like, I can, to the point where I can imitate like their nuances as far as just like like how they sound, their inflexes in their voice. So that tells me that, okay, girl, you're not talking to yourself, so somebody talking to you. But sometimes I'm not always clear with who or whom, but I know it's different than me because the voice will sound different, and just like their energy is different. So that's the second experience that I've had. The third experience I've had where I don't get a response because I'm not talking to myself and nobody comes and talks to me. But then all of a sudden I'll just see like imagery. I'll see imagery go from one imagery, transform into another imagery, transform into another imagery. And now I'm going places. I don't know what I don't know what that is. So I'm trying to figure out like which way is the right way, or which way, I don't want to say the right way, but which way is the way to strive for meditation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, for you specifically, what I'm getting, like now I'm channeling, because Melissa doesn't know. It's the higher self. It's more so like, first of all, they've been spiritual, they would say spiritual laundry, dirty laundry. So they've been trying to contact you, they've been trying to reach you, they're sending your awakening to you, because it is time to awaken. It's time to know who your higher self is. They said they sent deliberate notions to awaken you, to let you know that you are the God consciousness, but you have mistaken it for other things. They're asking me if they want me to answer the question. The first question that you asked was, when you meditate, will your meditations be different? Of course, they could be different. They said when she doesn't set intentions, so we show her what we want to, what we need to, and we're in hopes that she will accept them, or at least understand the downloads. They're saying that she's she's very grateful for a friend like you. I could feel presence here. Your higher self is here. It's just saying that you need to go into each one of those moments, and you gave me 3 scenarios and you tap into all 3 of them. You said those were like little snippets and there were more messages. They said they need for you to stop seeing it like, oh my God, oh my God.
Girl, I be like that.
But they said that's like, they're saying that's the whole like.
I be like that. It's like I feel like I'm on some what is it? LSD, on some Molly type stuff. Not when it comes to me answering myself, or when I hear different voices or inflections in voices that come to me with different messages. Not those two.
They said they were afraid to send you messages auditory like that because people do get afraid.
I'm like, chill with that. Yeah, girl, I'm like, chill with that. I'm like,
good.
Baby steps.
They're saying right now, like, would you like them to get you, like, do you want them to speak to you like that or contact you that way? Or
girl, baby steps. I'm not ready to hear different voices. Like, I'm not.
They said, but you have to be ready for something because, like she said, like it was said earlier, you incarnated, you chose this. This is not by mistake. This is not, this is something like they're saying like okay, so now you want me to channel for you? Now I got to channel because it's a whole message. They're saying like you chose this basically. I'm not going to channel. I'm just going to try and just interpret it so it can go fast. They say every single message you have been given is for your own awareness. They say you need to look back at your own sessions. You know, those sessions that I give you, the regression sessions that the 2 of them that you've done with me, they're quite long, but you need to pick at it. They said the last one was very profound and there was very, very intricate messages there that your subconscious will pick up, that your ego won't. They're saying it was a transmission just in that session alone. So like, there's certain things that I won't pick up, that you won't pick up because you're not aware of it, but you watch it. You have to watch these videos as soon as I give you the recordings so that you can get the healing, the message subconsciously. Remember? So now when you meditate now, because everything is subconscious, everything is consciousness, it comes into fruition, completion. Fruition is a completion, right? So now you've seen it, you take it, absorb it, meditate, and it comes back to you so that therefore you can start asking more questions and keep watching because you have like 4 or 5 hours of video from me that you should be watching of your own sessions. So you need to, they say you're still not getting the message. She's still missing the point. She's still, I don't want to, they're telling me a lot of stuff that I don't want to put you.
Well, dang, there'd be so many messages. I told you, it'd be like it goes in, it transforms one into another, into another, into another, into another, into another. And I'm like, hold on, slow down, slow down.
That's why you need, see, Melissa's not telling you guys everything. She's saying, I hate speaking in third persons because I'm channeling. It's because of, so like when you're meditating, you need a journal. Like that's what I learned. When you are dreaming, going to sleep, you need a dream journal. You need, let me pause this to show you the journals that I have. I have like at least 4. So let me tell you the different types of journals you should have. Are you guys up for that? Ebony, are you still there? Oh yeah, she's not there. But anyway, give me a second. Let me pause this not pause, but.
I'm here.
You're here? Okay. Are you listening to us, our craziness?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, make sure you have these journals too. Maybe that's why, I've been urging, I've been saying to myself, why do I be telling these girls to come when they doing their own thing? I don't even like bothering people, but it's like my soul is like, no, they need to wake up. They are special. And another download I got for you, Ebony, that was, let me
And it did it again the other night.
We need to talk to you. We need to talk after this live because I don't want to put your stuff in blast because you girls are chosen. Do you hear me?
I
You
got a
guys know what they
journal.
call chosen ones and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Oh wait, let me take this off so you don't see me. Okay, I was also supposed to be recording this as well as sharing it. So I'm gonna record it because I'm gonna put some of it, bits and pieces of it on Insta.
Wait, do you be hearing voices, Melissa? Like in your head?
They sound like thoughts, but I know they're not my thoughts. So,
No,
but I
I'm
don't
not
hear
talking about that.
auditory.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
you have your I'm telling you are very
because the voice I heard was just like, it was not mine, it was nasally, and he was just, I say he, I don't even know if it was a he, but it felt masculine, and it was just like to the point. This is this, this is this, this is this, and I don't even talk like that, so I knew it wasn't me.
Okay, so recording's in progress.
All right.
So, well, I mean, I've been recording anyway. It's on YouTube, and it's gonna be some of it on Insta. So, yeah, let me. They said
I'm
those
sorry,
are
I
very
didn't mean
private.
to get you off track.
No. It's like, because I'm a channel, and so it's up to spirit if they want to tell me. And they said that that you should follow up with me, the both of you, in regards to messages that Melissa has to tell you both. It's like I said, whenever I end up speaking in third person, it's because
No, we
I'm
get
channeling.
it, girl, we get
So
it.
you're
I
like, oh,
ain't
this
judging
girl's
you.
psycho. No, it's like that's how I channel. I channel in
No,
third
not at
person.
all.
I'm not judging you.
Okay. So, you both need to talk to me in your own time, or maybe after this we can talk and I could tell you guys what's going on. There's big stuff happening, and you guys are superheroes. You guys are superheroes. I know.
I feel like it. I feel very powerful.
You guys are powerful. So let's keep it going though.
Yeah, because they on my neck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even front.
Yes, we're gonna talk about it. The both of you. They said, like, how strict parents can tell you sit down and listen.
Yeah, girl, just like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
like that.
That's exactly what they want me to tell Ebony and you, Christina. So they're saying don't even take moments like this for granted either. They're saying, I know, like, I don't know how to explain it, because you don't want to, it's not a big popular thing to come on and talk about spirituality, but it's our calling. It was my calling
it's helping
to even
me.
start it.
Yes.
So these little moments is actually big for us. They're saying just us three being here is very powerful, because it's more than just being here for the lesson. They're saying it's because our cause and purpose at this time was to meet and to speak and to be the way showers, because they're saying we're all three of us are so old. We do not need to pick a gender and a race. We could have just manifested etherically to humanity at this time. Yes. Because we are glorious and we exist beyond the physical form, and we intuitively, in some way, shape, or form, we understand this. So we're here today as leaders, the triad, they're saying, old ancient ones reborn in the physical form so gloriously. And we're very happy that you guys have taken the time to do this work at this time. Oh my God, my higher self wants to completely come in and invade this moment. Let me finish this. Okay. Let me finish this moment. Let me finish this. Okay, present. We'll talk after the session. We'll talk. Okay, so you guys understand present, attention, and intention. Let's move on. establishing presence. So how do you establish presence? Breath keeps you centered. Breath and focus all of your attention on the process of breathing, feeling the air entering and exiting your nose, feeling your entire body expanding and concentrating with each individual breath. This solitary focus will help you to still your mind and enter into silence, which is a prerequisite for establishing presence. You will be focused in the eternal now. Because all there is now, presence. Okay. Oh my God, let me see if this is the same slide. Process of feeling. Sorry, keep going. Okay. Okay, let's go straight into it. Astral projection. The art of astral projection, the art and practice of astral projection by Ophiel. I should have put her name, how to spell it, so you guys can see it. By Ophiel. So this is for people who are seeing this later. It's by Ophiel.
Okay.
So I'm kind of reading out her book because it's a little harder to break down. So I'm kind of reading little snippets, and then I'm gonna have my own opinion. You guys can have your own opinion, because I don't know everything about astral projection. Okay, so this is how her intro goes. To get accurate occult knowledge, which the word occult means hidden. So I know there's a lot of controversy with the word occult. It just means hidden knowledge. And some of it has to be hidden, because if people know about some of it, they may abuse the knowledge, they may not resonate with the knowledge, they may use it for the wrong purpose. So everything is frequency and energy. And so therefore, essentially, it's occult, aka hidden knowledge. To get accurate occult knowledge and practice, you must search for them. There are 3 factors that govern this search, however. One factor is that you have to look for the right books and put out some money to buy them. Two factors is that you must have a minimum amount of occult experience and knowledge to be able to recognize true occult knowledge when you see it presented. I think really with this paragraph is I wanted to get into how she has 30 years of experience, but let me continue. Okay. 2 factors is that you must have a minimum amount of occult experience and knowledge to be able to recognize true occult knowledge when you see it printed. And fact 3 is that you must have a minimum amount of occult experience to be able to apply this knowledge to make the best use of this. Thus, accurate occult knowledge, including the knowledge of astral projection, is scattered throughout many different kinds of books, and you will have to cover the field and read many of them to find out all the pieces and put them together yourself. To me, that's yes and no. It depends on you too. Not all of it's relevant, and just because someone wrote it, it might not resonate with you. This is the only time when a teacher like me can help you. So this person boasts a little bit, but her work is okay so far. As I'm reading her work, I would be channeling. I'd be like, well, that's not what I understand. And I get clarification. And that's why I continue with this book, because she's pretty accurate what she's saying. I have covered this field for 30 years, and by hard work, I have accumulated the necessary occult knowledge and practice. I can give you both the knowledge and practice as fast as you can learn them. That's why the book is called The Art and Practice. So she teaches you theory, and she teaches you practical knowledge, like how to actually do it. So I don't think we get into that too much today, or at all. I think we get more into the theory, understanding the bodies. So the next few slides are more so about the bodies and different, like we said, the bodies are used loosely because we're not really talking about necessarily the physical body. Now it is true that the noun body applied to these bodies does not mean the same thing as it does when it applies to the physical body, but there is really no other good word to use except center of consciousness, which is really what it is, a center, different centers of consciousness, because we're all just awareness, everything's just an awareness, which is true, but then there is also a certain kind of organization about each of these centers, and for that reason they be called bodies too. So that's one of the things that I learned, that there's bodies, and then they get into planes, which is realm. So when someone says this plane of existence, this realm of existence, the English language is not very rich in words describing the higher things on, and for this reason, there is much confusion about the finer points of many meanings in this book. I will put these marks, so like quotations, like as above when he put the noun body and he put in quotations. Before and after a word, and then when I do this, you are to give it another look, as it may mean something else, okay? The dictionary is not much of help. So this right here is when we get into spirit and soul. What is spirit? What is soul? And this one I had to actually channel a little bit. So this is her words. I'm assuming it's a girl. The author could be a guy. I'm sorry, but this is her words. And then I double check with myself and other stuff to make sure, like, is that for sure? Anyways, for the human mind, I would say the soul is very abstract. But let's continue. The dictionary is not much help either. The dictionary says that the word soul means spirit, and when we turn to spirit, we find that the dictionary says that the word spirit means soul. Also, it is rather strange to find that the word ghost means soul and or spirit. Therefore, to get on with our study, I will tell you that we have to turn to alchemy. Have you guys heard of alchemy? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Spiritual alchemy. Okay. To get the meaning of the word soul. The word soul means spirit, and the word spirit means air. However, this is not ordinary air, but meaning the quality of air. No relations to the physical air other than in a very superficial way. The quality of air is motion. So like she goes like in and out of the same definition. So the quality of air is motion, or air in motion. Anything that moves is alive. Therefore, the quality of life is motion. Not motion as such, but motion in the sense of life movement. The ability to life, live, and more. So basically, air is motion. Like I read that a couple times, I was like, blah, blah, blah. Just say what it is. It's just air is spirit means air. So I got into that deep. Let me finish reading to you this, and I had spirit explain to me what this lady is saying. So therefore, the soul quality of a man, I would replace it with human, is living. The action of living, and of course, this quality does go beyond the bodies that are merely the vehicle of living life. So you can plainly, see plainly that the basic meaning of soul and spirit are grossly misinterpreted and are used wrongly by all religious bodies, and souls and spirits are wrongly used, and as they have no bearing on the art of astral projection, which is what we are studying here. These two words will not be used in this book any further. So he does not use the word soul and spirit and all of that to explain astral projection, because I thought that myself. I thought astral projection is us, our body, our soul living, coming out of the body. Is that what you guys thought? Have you guys heard of astral projection?
I've heard of astral.
Yes, that happens when you sleep. Lucid dreaming. It happens when
Yes.
you sleep, or you can control it when you meditate
Yes.
and
Yes.
leave your body.
Yes. Yes. Good, good. So I thought it was like your spirit living your body, you know, your soul. But let's get into it a little bit more. Which is what we are studying here. These two words will not be used in the book anymore. So he will not be using spirit or soul to explain the process of astral projection. I would also suggest that you be very careful as to how you use them in the future, as if you are going to learn occult knowledge, you have to say exactly what you mean at all times. Okay, so when I channeled a little bit, because I had to understand like what, and went back to what I've been saying. Spirit's like, don't you tell people you're saying they don't exist, that they're just consciousness. So then I was like, well, Spirit, explain to me, what is a soul? It said a soul would be like the battery to the body, and spirit is movement. And where consciousness moves the soul. Your awareness observes the soul in the spirit, which is the body. So I don't know if that made sense.
So does that mean like it's like the brain, in other words?
The consciousness would be, spiritually speaking, consciousness is the brain.
Yeah, well, yeah, so if you're saying spiritually speaking, it would be, so
I can't hear you too far.
So would it be like how the brain functions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean? What are you referring to when you say
when
that?
I say the brain functions, because it's the brain that sends certain signals to body parts to make it move.
But what are you referring to that does that?
The brain. So the spirit. Oh no, the soul. Because you said what was the battery pack?
The battery pack is the soul.
Okay. The battery pack is the soul, and you said the consciousness is, and the spirit is the movement, right?
Yes, the consciousness is like the brain, the soul is the battery, and the spirit is
the movement.
It's the movement. It's like, because of the soul, the spirit moves a certain way, rather, because you know, when you get into some deep occult, which is hidden knowledge, you learn that there's bodies with spirits with no soul.
Girl, you getting too complicated right now.
I know.
I'm
keep
just
it
trying
simple.
to. Yeah.
The very basic, simple stuff is that consciousness. That's why you have to know you're that awareness. Is the consciousness that's the brain. Okay, that manipulates the soul that gives life to the spirit. Maybe I should
gives
made
life
a slide
to the
like
battery.
That. Consciousness is the brain for the soul.
Okay.
So we're not talking about the actual brain. No, we're not talking about physical brain. We're talking about spiritually here speaking.
Well, I know, but in order for me to understand, that's what I need some context. So I understand the language may not necessarily be there, but perhaps the visual aspect of it would help me better understand it. You see what I'm saying?
So yeah, next time. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, say to me how you understand it, and I'm gonna say to you how Spirit told me, and then maybe next week, I'll put a slide or something, or I'll send you something that I put together to show you what I mean.
Okay, so how I understand it is, how do I understand? Let me see. Okay. The brain, so the human brain, I'm using the human brain, and then right next to it, so the human brain to the body is what the consciousness is to I guess the spiritual body. Does that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because I just want to make sure I'm understanding it. So the brain to the body is the consciousness to the spiritual body. So then the consciousness dictates the movement, which is the soul. So if I'm looking at it if I'm comparing it to like the human body, then I would say like for the brain, it's the sensors that, I know I'm getting too scientific here.
Get to it.
But it's like, it's the sensors that within the brain, you know what I'm saying, that controls the movement of the body.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Am I getting it?
Yes. Consciousness. That's why you have to meditate and know that none of this exists, because your consciousness dictates direction of the soul and the spirit. Because you're not a physical being. When you leave this body, you're etherical and more. You're just it was funny. I had a channeling where I said the observator, and I kept on saying to my like when I was channeling, are you sure? I have the video. I was like, are you sure? I put the video on my channel. I said, are you sure? Observator. He said, yeah, observator. You guys are just observators, which means you're conductors of your life, because you're conducting the soul. The life agreements you've made is the soul, is the package, and the spirit is the end result, which is the movement and the decisions you make and this and that and the other thing. But the quality of the soul determines by the consciousness itself. That's what determines how powerful the soul is, based on, now this is a channeling, basically, because the soul, they said the soul determines many factors as well. It gets really intricate. Maybe one of these days I'll have a download about that.
Yeah.
Because
that's the challenge, because I understand,
because the soul is saying the soul has its own awareness too, because there's layers of awareness within awareness, but they're saying the whole brink of it all is the consciousness. They said, don't go confusing people. Consciousness is the observator. The observator, because you have to still know that even the soul is dictated by the consciousness, the awareness. You're not just the soul. They said, we're here to become gods. We're here to become gods. You cannot say you're a god and you can't tap into that notion that you're greater than the physical form, greater than your soul. That's usually known as the light body. The light body is the soul. When people, have you ever heard the term light body? Have you ever heard of like ascended masters and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Okay, so the light body is the soul inflamed. Like, I'm simply the soul. But you're greater than that, even the soul, because you're simply the consciousness that is the observator, the conductor of existence.
Yeah.
That's why when I had a channeling, it said, what is your notion in the understanding that you exist greater than, they said, the Wachitui Nation. That's one of the nations that I tapped into here in California, which are the Mexican people, the indigenous people of the land. And sometimes I'm a little like, why are they making me say that? Because some people, this gets political, but they said that is the native people of the land, the Wachitui Nation. Then you have the Cambodian nation, you have the Dogon nation, you have the Hermetic nation. These are beings that have ascended. You understand? Because they understood, they are literally, like the other day, I'm telling you, I was at work and they were trying to show it to me. And I was like, not right here, right now. But I did have an understanding that I was literally the whole of the consciousness. I was the whole building. Like chicks that had problems at work with, I was like, I might take advantage and fuck around, make a bitch trip.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm like, okay, not right now. Let me finish my work. I gotta clock out. That's where that whole balance thing comes in, where, okay, I'm physical, but they say you're not even here to have the balance of physical. Because that's not where I'm gonna ascend. And I want to bring you guys with me. That's why the ships follow you, Ebony. The ships are gonna continue to follow you, because you have to understand you're not real. Do you understand that? The spaceships. This is very, very, very high metaphysical science right now.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
You understand, Ebony? You understand this, Ebony?
Yes.
Okay, those are your ships. Remember, I told you, those are yours.
Yeah.
You should meditate and try and contact.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes.
Yes, that is you. I told you. I told you who you are. You girls can't sleep on that. I can't come here and tell you God, and you're like, what about God? We're not saying that if I cut you today, you're not gonna bleed because you're human. You only become God when you tap into that pure consciousness awareness, because then you become immortal. So yes, then someone tries to touch you, you can disintegrate in front of them because you understand you don't exist. That's the level of magic that humanity holds. You understand this? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's heavy shit.
Well,
Heavy shit.
It is.
Learning.
Well, we Haitian, so we know. That's my cousin.
Okay.
So they already dogged us for being crazy, but this is the time of the Aquarius, the time of a knowing, that time of glory that is the magic. So we can't be victims. We're not victims at all. Remember that. We are old souls reincarnated again, not to be humans, but to be gods in the physical form.
No, and I completely get that, but it's just like the other part of it is like, I feel like, I don't know why I feel like this, but I feel like you also can't be dismissive of the fact that you're here on Earth.
No, you
like
can't.
you know what I'm saying? Like otherwise,
they're saying it depends on your mission. That's why I have to speak to you guys separately, because not everyone here is for the same thing. It's not.
Because I guess
go ahead.
No, but I mean, I get that and I understand it, but it's just also, but I'm realizing it is that, you know, I get it. Not everybody has the same mission, you know, but also I'm saying, like, you know, in the midst of ascending and I guess rediscovering, I don't know, girl,
who we really are. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for giving me that language, but rediscovering who we are, you know, don't be dismissive of the fact that you're still here on Earth. Like, basically, you read.
I'm not saying
you read.
I'm saying to you that you can manipulate your physical world like clay, like a puppeteer. Do you get it?
Oh, okay.
You're not a victim. You thought you had no money in the bank, but now you do. You know what I mean? I have to tell you stuff differently because I don't know how much I'm supposed to say on my YouTube. But just to know that you can manifest. The law of attraction goes beyond what they tell you in the law of attraction. That's why you have to know. They're saying it's greater than even money because it's abundance. Abundance doesn't reflect simply money. Like, you can want something and it comes to you. And that's still simple. I want you guys to understand it where you're still physical. The other day I had a channeling and I was like, damn, I should tell people this. But then there's like, no, because not everyone's going to resonate with what you're about to say.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's true. Because they said that we're so powerful.
Yeah.
Because we're only consciousness that if we wanted to, hear me closely now, like I'm not even really supposed to be posting it because I don't know where your consciousness and awareness and understanding in spirituality goes, because that's why it's called occult knowledge. It is hidden knowledge. Because if everyone knew this, we would not be paying bills. We would not be slaving away on a 9-to-5. None of humanity would. Not anybody of any race or culture or creed or anybody, because we understand we do not exist. Remember, I said that. Yeah. So he said, you have to know how powerful you are, that you're simply consciousness, that you could literally destroy your physical body and recreate another body. They said, don't go doing that because you guys are not on that level.
Girl, wow.
Don't go say, oh, Melissa said, go destroy my body. No.
No, you ain't got to worry
I
about
didn't say that. I said if and when you are able to tap into the notion that you completely do not exist. Because right now you're still trying to find your balance within the physical realm. You know what I mean? You're trying to say, oh, well, I'm here too. I'm here too. No, bitch, I'm saying we disappear.
No, that's not exactly what I mean. That is what I'm saying, but that's not exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying is like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
I'm sorry. I think I called the B word. Sorry, I get hyped myself.
No, but perhaps I'm not explaining it, you know, what I really mean, but I'm like, I understand that, you know, we're on the road to ascension. I get that part. But I'm just saying in the same breath, even though we're still on the road to ascension, like you said to your point, you know, we decided to be here. There's a reason why that we're here. And I also acknowledge that even though, you know, it's all of an illusion, like our limitations, basically, essentially, you're saying all of our limitations that we put on ourselves is an illusion because they're not necessarily there. I get that.
Yes.
But I'm just like, but what I also understand, and this is through my meditation, correct me if I'm wrong, is that because that even though it's an illusion or whatever, you know, Earth tends to be more dense. So because of that, in other areas, you don't manifest as quickly. You know what I'm saying? Compared to being on Earth, it takes a little bit longer for that manifestation to come through or to be brought about compared to, let's say, other places outside of Earth. Now, okay, so it's just like, I guess when I'm so to that point is I'm trying. Why does it sound like I'm underwater? I don't know.
Ebony.
Yes.
I think it's you. Can you mute a little bit? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
We'll try it. I don't know. It could be you. It could be me. We'll see.
Hello?
Yeah, I think it was Ebony. Yeah. It's fine. Are you playing music or something? It's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead,
But
Christina.
yeah, so I guess that's what I was basically saying is, so I understand us ascending, you know, and rediscovering or finding ourselves, but then I also understand that, you know, we volunteered for this mission to be on Earth. So therefore, you know, we can't be dismissive.
You're saying because we're here to teach the people what we're about to learn.
Oh, okay.
You're a teacher, a great teacher. So is Ebony. Ebony is a leader, and Christina, so are you. You guys are like so powerful. They're letting me know like this is so powerful. It's unbelievable. This is so powerful. It's unbelievable.
I'm just trying to understand. I hear what you're saying. I'm just trying to understand it so that, you know, when I'm at a level where I can teach it, people will be able to grasp it because of how I teach it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how come when you tell me, I'm also looking at ways of how it can be explained just through like everyday example, even though it's much more complex, but just so that it's easily digestible for people to understand because they have a reference point. You see what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I understand.
Because that's the struggle.
Understand.
That's the struggle I have with these spiritual books is I be reading it and I'll be like, huh?
Exactly. See, that's what we're here to simplify it. That's why they're like, why do such powerful people come in such avatars? Because we chose to come down very simple because it doesn't have to be like Hollywood made it. We chose to just be like, this is it. We here. What about it? Anyway, so let's go on. So because of that, we're able to take really complicated, esoteric knowledge and make it casual, comfortable, and no one's scared of it. And you know what I mean? We're gonna do our best to say, like, this is our experience, you know? And the more people like us can like come together and explain our perspective, our view, because the imperfections in our life, like I said, is the choices we made for a reason. And those imperfections, because we're much older in consciousness, we are able to teach the younger consciousness that don't know this yet, but that maybe they're because there's a new paradigm coming along, because people like us have awakened, and because of that we carry a different frequency. And so when people like us start really knowing this so well, it's a wrap. We're gonna have to start. It's gonna be our obligation to say. They're gonna say you're gonna feel the pull to have to teach others, because you guys are pure of heart. At the end of the day, you're pure of heart. That's why people like us get played a lot, because we so like, oh, but I love you. I'm gonna hurt a little bit, in all aspects of our lives, because we are pure of heart. Our intentions are never really to hurt others, and because of that, we get played anyhow. So, but we are here to help the best we know. We are learning too. That's the glory. I always say we are all students. We are learning. Our souls and consciousnesses are much greater than us, but the physical form is created in such a way that we are to align with the higher consciousness, which is us, also us. And that's why then we get into the different bodies. The physical body, the etherical body, the astral body, the higher astral body. We're not going to get into all of it today. It's way too much.
Wow.
Some of this you should try to look into in your own.
All right.
I get into some of the different bodies. I get into etherical and astral. See, this is what the very basic right here on the left hand side is what doctors, I feel, should get into, or medicine should know. To me, they should acknowledge the soul. They should acknowledge the mind. They should acknowledge the emotions, and they should acknowledge the physical body. They should understand we are energetic beings. Even the physical body is energetic. It's denser energy. So it's a different form of quote unquote bodies, because even the term body, even referring it to the physical form is also an illusion, because the physical form is not physical. Because if you understood at a different alchemical level, you can walk through the wall. I know it's. Let me just slow down. Melissa, slow your roll.
Yeah, Melissa, like calm down with that. Yep.
Ebony, are you there with us? Or am I boring you?
I'm probably about to
head out.
Yeah.
All right, girlie. I can't hear you.
You can't hear.
Oh, now I could. Now I can. You just went out for a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't hear you.
Learning myself. So through like mudras and mantras and stuff like that. So, because I'm trying to make things happen for myself so I could do my purpose. Because I'm on this entrepreneur. But I'm at like 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay. I didn't hear all of it because you kept on going in and out. I don't know if it's your phone or the signal.
It's probably the mountains too.
You're in the mountains?
Yes, I'm right off Lake Mead, right by the mountains.
Hold on, isn't that so you're in where? Vegas?
Yeah.
You got a southern accent. Is that where you from?
No, I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah. I love Louisiana.
Yeah, we cool people.
Yeah.
For myself, I am.
Yeah, I love Louisiana.
Anywhere. That's what I say.
All right, girlie. So I'll talk to you later. Know that those, I'll have to talk to you, channel something for you, girl. Anyway.
Later or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me to this meeting. And
all right, no problem. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Huh? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Ebony, I didn't hear you.
Okay, all right.
It's like I hear you 1 minute and then it goes away. Maybe if you stay still, are you moving?
No, I'm sitting down.
Oh.
Okay.
Probably how I'm holding my phone. I don't know.
Do you like Vegas?
Kind of, yes. I'm thinking about in a year moving though. Yeah.
Oh.
Thinking about Texas or Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I will join next week, and I'm gonna call you.
I hope to see you next week. I'd be happy.
All right. Till next time.
All right. Make sure to meditate.
I will.
All right. All right. Bye. All right. So the physical body, etherical body, the astral body, the higher astral, the lower astral, mental body, and casual body. And it just repeats itself right here again, same stuff. So, all right. So the etherical body and plane. The etherical body is so close to the physical body that you can become aware of it physically. The next time you ascend or descend is in a very fast elevator. Note the sinking feeling that you have in your pit. Has that happened to you? Like when you were a little girl, I always would feel that. Like, oh my God, I feel like my whole body just went up and down.
Yeah, that's usually when I'm on a roller coaster.
Yes, that is the etherical body. This sinking feeling is due to the etherical body moving out of contact with the physical body due to the pressure of the rapid movement of the elevator. The etheric body is just on the borderline of solid and just enough so that it is affected by this type of physical pressure. The etherical body, to continue, the etherical body can be affected by mental thoughts and strong emotions, as you might surmise. Extra strong physical shocks can disrupt it and tear it loose from the physical body entirely, as you might guess from the elevator example. During the last war, many people were found dead in London without a physical mark on them. A bomb had exploded nearby, and the combination of fear, shock, and terrific vibration had driven the etheric body out of the physical body so far that it could not reestablish connections, as it could do in the elevator example when the lighter pressure was moved by the stopping of the ride. So that's very interesting. That means like we're not as solid as we think we are. That's what it feels like. You said
solid?
Yeah, we're not as solid because we think we're solid, but it's an illusion to think you're solid, I think.
Oh.
Okay, let's continue. The astral body and plane. I think after this we're done anyway. Let's keep going. The astral body and plane. The body above the etheric body is the astral body, and the plane above the etheric plane. This plane has a much more wider application to the physical universe than the etheric plane. The etheric plane is somewhat personal in its application to you and is small, narrow, and limited. The astral plane is very large and contains much more of a variety of things than any of the other planes. Many more of nature's forces course through this plane than any of the other planes, and their application is widely distributed. Whereas the force, by the time they entered the etheric plane, began to become individualized and personalized. The astral body and plane. So have you heard of the astral body?
I've heard of the astral body, but it's like how you speak of, I've heard of the astral body, yes, but it seems like how I heard it is how you just define the other body. What is it? Ethereal?
Etherical?
Oh yeah, etherical. So I guess, I don't know, whenever I heard it, people were using it interchangeably, but from what you're reading on here, they're different.
Yes, they're very
Okay.
different. They're not the same. The astral plane differs from all other planes in another respect, in that there is, so like I kind of skipped here and I kind of meshed the body and the plane
Mhm.
because I'm understanding there's bodies and planes. So planes would be the actual realm. So that's why next week I have to really, because when it comes to these bodies, it gets really tricky. So I want to kind of like paint a picture of it. The same thing with the soul and consciousness, based on my understanding, so that people can have like a real understanding of what it is. But let me keep going. Sorry, excuse me. The astral plane differs from all the other planes in another respect, in that there is a lower astral and a higher astral. The lowest part of the astral plane is very much like the etherical, where they come together, and the highest part of the astral plane is much like the mental plane, where they come together. None of the other planes have lower and higher levels so well marked. The etherical is the etherical, and the mental is the mental, but the astral contains elements of each of these two planes all mixed up, which is what makes this plane so fascinating. The astral plane must be entered into very carefully and with absolutely the correct technique, or there can be trouble of an annoying nature. Okay, these last few slides. So that's
Hold
what
on,
I
last
understood.
few slides, or is this going to be the last slide? Because
Let's see.
how many more slides we have? Because it's 11 over here.
Okay, let me see. Oh, is it? Oh my God. Let me see. I mean, if you have to go, that's fine, because I still finish it either way. I still have to finish it, and I'll give you the rest of whatever it is. Like the other day, there was nobody here. I still, still gotta do it. It's my thing. It's what I have to do.
So you're gonna continue on. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna continue. There was no one here. There was no one here the other day. There's people here today. It is what it is. I'm gonna continue, and it is what it is. I enjoy doing this. I love doing slides and reading and breaking things down and presentations and stuff. This is always my thing. Book studies. That's my thing.
The teacher of you is coming out real strong up in this bitch.
Yes, I love doing this stuff. I can't help it.
No,
it's a calling. It's a calling. So
yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna tap out.
No problem, girl.
But I'll be here. What is it? Next Friday?
Yes, next Friday.
All right. Yeah, I'll be here next Friday.
All right, girly.
All right. See ya.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. The astral plane differs from all other planes in another respect, in that there is a lower astral and a higher astral. I I think I read this already, but I'm going to continue. The lower part of the astral plane is very much like the etherical plane. Oh, no, it's different. Okay. So this one here, we talk about how the astral plane contains both the etherical and the mental plane in it. That's what makes it, I think it's this one. The etherical is the etherical and the mental is the mental, but the astral contains elements of each of these two planes all mixed up, which is what makes this plane so fascinating. The astral plane must be entered into very carefully and with absolutely the correct technique, or there can be trouble of annoyance in nature. All right, so let's go to the next slide, people. Let's see. I don't think there's anyone on here on this side, right? So let's go to the next slide, people. Okay. It should be relatively plain to you by now that a man consists of more than one body, and also that there exists more than one plane. You, as a man, possesses a number of bodies through and in which you function and have functioned all your physical life. Each of these bodies have a plane corresponding to it and through which is draws certain things that make up your life on this physical plane. Therefore, you are no stranger to these bodies and to these planes. It is said that in and during sleep, you have always left the physical body and done many things and went many places. This is an old occult doctrine. In the second system that I give to you in this book, this sleep project will be made much clearer to you. So if you don't fully understand the above, wait until you study the second system. So this is the authors saying this. In the above is the true, why don't you remember your nightly projects? The reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. And now you have the secret of astral projection. So what he's saying here is not your body, your soul isn't leaving your body. He's saying your consciousness. It says, if the above is true, why don't you remember your nightly projections? The reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. And now you have the secret of astral projection in a nutshell. You do not project an etherical body or an astral body. You do not project anything. All you do is to transfer consciousness to another body other than the physical. Boom. Boom. That was like, what? No way. Okay. So let's move it. So that is it, my friends. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Thank you for all of who was here today. Thank you for those who do watch this channel. I appreciate you. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. See you guys next week, where we do get into consciousness. I'm going to channel what higher self wants to talk about in relations to consciousness, the soul, and the spirit. We're going to go into the bodies a little bit more, and we're going to go into practicality, explaining how he or she, if they're out the gender, forgive me, of this author that speaks on how they how they astral project. They talk about theory and then they talk about practicality, actually how to do it. So, see you guys. Sorry. See you guys soon, okay? See you guys soon.